Hey guys, this is Christopher McKinnon. This video is a little bit of back and bicep footage that I shot roughly more than a week ago. I'm going to explain a little bit about the workout, or why I did what I did, what the purposes of the structure of the workout were, and then I'm going to go into the title of this video and address how I gained 40 pounds of muscle in roughly 7 to 8 months. So basically, I start off this video doing some lat pull downs, and that's, for the purposes of building the width in the back, building the lats out a little bit. Um, do a lot of pull down movements, targeting the width, like I said, and then I move on to row type movements later on in the workout footage, and that's to build like some depth, some thickness to the back. And then because my arms are a weak point and a point that I want to bring up in my physique, I spend a little bit of extra time on biceps. So needless to say, biceps get fairly exhausted in this lengthy, roughly an hour and 15-minute session on the weights, followed by some abs and cardio later that I do not film. So, addressing the topic of this video, and probably the most consistent question that I've got when talking to people, is how I gained 40 pounds of muscle in 7 to 8 months. So, starting off, I want to go back, recap a little bit of my history when I started weightlifting, how I got into it, a little bit about my past, and a little bit about my accomplishments in that area, and hopefully give you guys a full explanation. So, when I started lifting, I first watched my dad when I was really young, elementary school through middle school. I used to sit in and watch him work out in our little home gym we have upstairs. And he's a big guy, 6'6", about 240 pounds, a really big man, strong, impressive. And I've always admired his work ethic in anything, but especially in the weight room. And when I was younger watching that, I figured I'd get involved. I'd start trying it. But I didn't want him to see me, so I waited till, he was gone at work. Then I just pick up weights and do stuff for like 30 reps, do weird exercises that don't even really exist or are really bad for your joints. But one day my dad came home early and he saw me weightlifting like that, and he was like, son, if you really want to keep working out like this, like, you're going to hurt yourself. So here's a book. He gave me a book called Getting Stronger by Bill Pearl. He said, just follow these basic regimens. And if you still really care about this, in about 6 months, I will talk to you about it, and help you out a little bit more. And he gave me a 3-year expired vanilla whey protein and said that if I drank that and was that determined, then he'd buy me some more protein. So yeah, like I said, roughly this is about 7th grade. I stated that in my last video. And so starting working out like this, just the basic movements, roughly 3 times a week. And for doing that for about 3 to 4 years, I got to sophomore year in high school. I was weighing about 170 pounds, and I could squat 365 pounds for 5 reps. As a sophomore in high school, I could squat 225 pounds for 25 reps for 3 sets. And then I found bike racing, like the Lance Armstrong type of bike racing, and I hopped on that, and it was critical to cut weight, so I dropped all the way down to 150 pounds, got really skinny, got really lean, and all I did was ride my bike for roughly 3 to 4 hours every day after school, and 5 to 6 hours every day on the weekend in training. Eventually, like I said, I did end up winning the Oregon Bicycle Racing Association state championship for the junior class at age 18, so that was a great accomplishment. But after I dislocated my knee, I started to get back into the weight room and fell back in love with my initial passion in physical fitness, which is weights and weightlifting. So at that point, I started a little bit of CrossFit, that sort of thing, for some rehab on my knee, and like I said, fell straight into it, head over heels again. And next thing you know, from January 2013 to August of 2013, I put on 40 pounds. I went from 150 pounds to 190 pounds. And I want to make sure that is clear. I want to make sure that it is clear that this was like not any form of drugs or any steroids. I did not use any performance enhancing drugs. I didn't even use protein powder at this point or creatine. I used a little bit of pre-workout here and there, which I will talk about, and I'll explain my opinion on that in later videos. So yeah. Basically what I did was I started any workout session that I started. I trained 7 days a week. I usually trained once a day, every day during the week, right after school. And I trained 2 times a week or 2 times a day, maybe once, 2 times a day, every weekend day with my buddies. And throughout the summer of 2013, we trained like twice a day or at least 4 hours in the gym a day. And it was a ridiculous amount of working out. That was me and my buddies. One of them was into football, one of them was into baseball. They both loved weightlifting. So basically the workout structure would be like we go in the gym and we'd work on some heavy compound, core lift, like a bench, squat, or a deadlift, for about half an hour. I ended up getting, just for some PR information, I've only ever benched about 300 pounds. That's probably my weakest lift of the three big ones. I've deadlifted 515 pounds at a body weight of 178 pounds. This was during that climb in weight. And I have squatted 425 pounds for 3 reps. Currently, I can probably bench about 315 pounds, but because I am not training for strength anymore, I have not tried in a while. I'll upload a video, I guess, of that soon, an attempt or something at 315. And I can squat 405 for at least 5 reps right now. So yeah, that's what we did. We worked out, we started these core lifts, and then we got into metabolic conditioning or CrossFit and Metcons. If you don't know what those are basically like intense combinations of body movements that invoke like strength and endurance and basically confuse your metabolism and produce a drastically intense workout for your body in a short amount of time. Me and my friends would compete against each other for hours after school and after our main working out. So like I said, usually about 2-hour gym sessions during the week, and then we do multiple during the weekend and multiple a day during the summer. And so that's basically how my workout schedule looked. At that point, I was eating a ton, and this also goes back to my bike racing when, in order to sustain that level of training, roughly like 25 to 30 hours of training every week, I had to eat a ridiculous amount of calories. So usually in the morning, it was fairly light, like, just some oatmeal or something, maybe some more protein, I guess, in there, some eggs. But after that, I'd wait till lunch to eat about 11 and 12, and I was pretty starving at that point. I'd have 2 full meat sandwiches, just standard size sandwiches, 2 sandwich bags full of chips, 3-4 apples, 3-4 bananas, and just whatever else I could find around the house to throw in my lunch. After training, when I got home, around 5, I'd eat dinner with the family, 2-3 plates of food. At 7, I'd finish up all the leftovers for the family. At 9 o'clock, I would eat again, make myself some sort of meal, usually chicken. And then at 11 o'clock, right before I went to bed every night, I'd have an 8 to 9 cup smoothie full of like Greek yogurt, berries, peanut butter, that sort of thing. So a lot of calories. I slept a lot, and I worked out a lot. So a lot of people would say that is overtraining, but with the proper amount of sleep and nutrition and rotating the exercises and Metcons to fit, to fit all the muscles in, so you're not overworking any specific area, it definitely is doable. 40 pounds in 7 to 8 months is definitely doable naturally. I've done it. I've been there. Yeah, so that's basically what this video is about. That's what this video is addressing, kind of those basic questions about like my history and that sort of thing, kind of explaining the process of getting that level of muscularity in that short of time. Thanks for watching, guys, and keep questions coming. Comment, or if you see me in the gym, ask me a question. It does not matter to me. I'm open and love conversation about this sort of thing. This is what I love to do. So thank you very much, like I said, for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I really appreciate the support, guys. See you soon.